I'm grateful for my journey so far because where I am now and my plan and just my plan to how I want to interact with this world I'm in and the people I get to meet.
Mhm.
I don't think it would have been possible if I didn't have the journey I've had so far.
What's going on? It's Keyshawn Johnson, and joining me today on All Facts and No Breaks podcast is a former 49er sack machine, Aldon Smith. What's up, Aldon? How's it going, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Where you living at? I know you grew up outside of Kansas City and you wind up going to Missouri and hanging out, being one of their top players of all times, and then eventually that journey to the National Football League and whatnot, and being one of the best pass rushers to ever play the game. And then, you obviously had some run-ins that played out in the public's eye. But before we get into all that, tell us what you're doing now.
So I'm in Dallas, Texas. That's where I landed at. And Dallas has been good to me, and I'm here now. And through my journey, I've ended up starting my own company. The name of it is Intelligent Movement, and the meaning behind the name is, the more intelligent decisions, the more intelligent moves you make, the better off you'll be, and the better chances you'll have at having a life that you enjoy. And so,
Yeah.
um, there's a lot of avenues, a lot of different ways I'm trying to use that, and whether if it's speaking to rookies on various teams and giving them the ins and outs, sharing my story with them, and hoping that my experiences and things can be influential on some of the things they choose to do, or if it's art that I do and using that to instill belief within and just trying to do what I can to be a light.
Right.
Yeah. When did you fall in love with football? Like when did you realize, you know what, man, I'm gonna go hunt?
And I'm gonna be real with you. Like I don't know if it was a fall in love with it. I started playing football my junior year of high school, and up until then I was a basketball player primarily, and I started playing football, and it just started working out where I was making plays, but unfortunately my team wasn't good. So being good on a bad team, you're not really sure like if it's for you or not. But I kept at it, and once I got to college and I was seeing the guys who were on my team that were going to be going to the pros and kind of comparing where I was at with them, it gave me an idea of, oh, okay, well, I can do this. But more so, I just enjoyed the locker room and the guys and working together as a unit to achieve a goal. That's what I fell in love with.
So you came out in 2011 draft class, right? Coming out of Missouri. It was a little bit of a surprise pick because you was a redshirt sophomore, but you went slightly behind Von Miller and in front of J.J. Watt, which is historically one of the top defensive draft classes in NFL history. What was that moment like for you?
I was surprised. Like you said, I came out early, and there was a lot of guys in that draft who are, going to be future guys who wear the jacket and have had really good careers. And so at that time, I was excited to have my name called, and I was just ready to go.
When you got on the scene, you were just a sack monster. You had 42 sacks in 43 games. I think that's almost a sack a game. My question is, did it just come easy to you, or was it hard to, transition from college to NFL?
And so it was I was on a team full of guys that were ballers. Like our defense, I think one year we had like 8 or 9 of us be selected for the Pro Bowl. and I was on a team of guys who had a culture that all I had to do was step in and play my role. So I really was just fortunate enough and to be a part of that. And it was difficult going from hand in the dirt, standard DN to playing outside linebacker and dropping. And Vic, who was my defensive coordinator, he didn't put me in that position too many times, but man, I adapt. You know what I mean? I adapt, and no matter what it is, I'm gonna make sure I do whatever I can to be the best at it.
Look, the defense that y'all was on in 2013 was pretty good, right? You had some players like yourself and Pat Will and Navarro Bowman. Y'all had some dogs, but this 23 San Francisco 49er defense, with Fred Warner and Bosa and company, and to the point they added Chase Young. Which one of the defenses you would consider better, 13 or the 23?
I'm gonna have to go with mine. But you know what? Them guys are doing their thing, and it's just dope that we get to see the tradition on that side of the ball just keep going and improving, because they they got a chance to take it all the way this year.
So when you go back and you look at one of your teammates in Colin Kaepernick, and you were on that team with him, and you got a chance to see him kneel down, take that knee for the racial injustice and the police brutality that was going on in our country, in particular with African Americans in the streets across the United States. When you saw that, what kind of like went through your mind at that moment in time?
I can't say anything really. I think if anything, everybody has a right to express themselves in a way that they feel is correct. And if that's the route he chose, that's the route he chose. That's I didn't feel this way or that way about it.
Who's your favorite player to play with when on your teams in San Francisco? Like who did you hang out with, rock with, that sort of thing?
Man, I hung with everybody. I hung with, Justin, Justin Smith, Ray, Navarro. I mean, I can't just single out one guy because I was always, with whoever was trying to hang out. But
what'd you say? Whoever, I'm young, I'm 21, 22 years old, I'm trying to get it.
I'm just enjoying it, trying to enjoy it.
Yeah. I have a question. If a team called you, would you consider playing again, or are you more focused on, being a recovery coach and getting speaking engagements out?
Man, I'm good on the field. I would appreciate it, but I'm good, man.
Great. I hear you.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the best team in the NFL right now going into the 2024 season?
Ooh.
You like your Niners?
And I do. I don't know who's the best team. Gotta say the Chiefs because they won, right? So
yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's real fair. So Aldon, we all been through things in our lives. Some play out in the public, some play indoors with our families and whatnot. And oftentimes we see athletes that have so much amazing potential. And when you mention the Aldon Smiths of the world, it's always a what if? What if, and all those sort of things. Do you ever look back at it and say to yourself, you know what? I wish I coulda, or anything like that?
Man, I say this in the most genuine way. Like I'm grateful for my journey so far, because where I am now and my plan to how I want to interact with this world I'm in and the people I get to meet. I don't think it would have been possible if I didn't have the journey I've had so far. And so I'm excited for the experience, and I'm excited to be in the position I'm in now.
So now you're doing the mentoring thing because that's close to your heart. That's something you believe in. You're doing it with the Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you want to turn it into a positive impact. How are you going about making sure that these things that you crossing the T's and dotting the I's when you speaking to these young rookies and trying to teach them some of the pitfalls at this level?
I I live a life of I try to be consistent. I try to be disciplined and honest and do the things that I know I should be doing. Not saying I'm perfect by any means, but I feel like with that and all the knowledge I've gained, um, the message I have, uh, is going to be helpful. And just plan on trying to, once again, I'm not here to talk. I'm not here to instruct. I'm just here to give you some ideas, some options, and guide you in the right direction.
What do you think was harder for you, transitioning into the league or out of it?
Probably the whole thing,
Yeah.
and just kind of trying to find myself at the same time, being young and not expecting to be selected and then living in California, coming from the Midwest, and there's just a lot of different things that are going on. And then, I had some time away while I was actually playing. I was out of the league for around 4 to 5 years, and so I kind of got used to the normal life. But it's
Mhm.
it feels completely different when it's all over, and that structure that you've been in for X amount of years is just stops. And so, like I said, I was able to navigate leaving out because of all the things I had learned while I was in. And I hope I get to be able to share that with the guys in the league. Because honestly, I have a lot to say for the rookies, but for the guys leaving out, I feel like it's tougher. It is a little tougher.
You mentioned guys, veteran players, or guys that's leaving the league. Darren Waller, tied in for the New York Giants, former of the Raiders, just recently stepped aside and retired. And he's dealt with some mental health issues in the past and whatnot. Is there anything that you would want to share with him to get him to try and understand, to cope with not playing football, but also just being, a normal citizen of the world like we are?
Man. Um, First and foremost, congrats, give yourself a pat on the back because of, you did it. And no matter how it ended, you were there, and you did something that not a lot of people can do or have achieved. And man, what worked, or what I found was, one of the things that started it was the relationship with yourself is the most important one. And you working on that will be, a process of helping you find your purpose and meaning outside of the game. And that's something that is a forever process where you can continually improve on the person you are and develop a relationship so that, the external things aren't as important and the internal is.
So June is Men's Mental Health Month. Alden, can you share any habits or routines that help you stay grounded in this situation and focused?
Being honest with myself and trying to be aware and cognizant of the information in the media I'm taking in so that I can, whatever I can control, I do control to keep my mind in a space of where I want it to be.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you think? So a D line, like just 5 D linemen, give me like your best lineup.
Reggie White, I just seen another documentary on him. Julius Peppers. This is a no, I'm just naming.
Julius
um,
Peppers is
Yeah, I
different.
Javon
played with I
Curse.
played with JP. Played against Curse.
Yep. Mike Strahan.
Played against
Um,
Stray.
Me.
Yeah, gotta
No,
add you,
uh,
man. Come on, huh?
yeah, man, put me up there.
you right there though. You I mean, come on. You was a what I like to call a red dot guy. Got to put the red dot on him because if you
Yeah,
don't, You don't put the red dot on him in the film session, he's gonna cause a real problem for our tackles. There's no question about it.
For sure.
So tell me about. Go ahead, Kiki.
I was just gonna say, so I saw you're launching a merch line called the Zodiac Project. Can you tell us more about that?
So the Zodiac Project is
You can show it if you
a release. I don't even think
You
that's
got it? Where you got it?
Well, this is one of the pictures. I'm wearing one of the shirts too. I don't know if you can see it.
No,
I'm
man,
a
let me see. I
Gemini.
can't
Shout
see
out
it.
Gemini gang.
Are you? I got you, bro.
Yes.
Got you. But I got all kinds of shirts.
Okay.
Oh, those are dope.
I don't know if you can see it good.
Yeah, we can see it. That's nice.
I'm not a Gemini, so I can't wear it.
What are you?
He's a Leo, I think, right?
No, I'm a Cancer. The
Cancer.
Last day.
That's close. That's
You
close.
coming up next? But it's called the Zodiac, and every month I'm gonna do a release for the month. Like I said, we're in Gemini right now. Cancer's next, and so the images are cool looking, but they also have meaning because the traits, the characteristics, the colors, like if it's your ruling planet, whatever is an attribute of your zodiac sign, I put them all into an image and giving it out, not giving it out, is for the people to look at and hopefully, just another thing to instill some self-love, you know what I'm saying? And have something that also looks cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need one. I'm gonna need one for sure.
Stuff.
So look, Aldon, everything that you've gone through and where you at now, how has that shaped and the perspective and changed your mind in life? Like the way that you think now opposed to in the past, and that how you focus in on things?
Not as worried about the external, all the outside things, all people's opinions and all of the negativity that is so addicting when you're in it. And I've also just continued on that progression ladder. I think we all have that ladder we are on, and sometimes as football players, that season of life where we're in that league, we progress in a lot of areas, but not in some. And so just continuing where I left off and working on those things that can keep putting me in a better position.
Yeah, what were some of the things that you felt that you needed to worry about with people running their mouth and talking shit all the time? Like, what was something that you was just like, you know what, I'm worried about this and I shouldn't be?
Man, just the simple fact that I'm worrying about that, you know what I mean? And it's something that, end of the day, I can't control. And more so, man, it was just the way I was talking to myself. It wasn't necessarily just the outside, it was the internal noise. And that was worse than anything anybody else could say, not having that positive self-talk and having to conjure it up, you know what I mean? And so
I get
having it naturally, it's the biggest blessing in the world.
No, I get it. I have a son. My son, 25 years old, soon to be 26 years old. I don't mean to tell your age or nothing like that, but he getting up there in age. And
Man, I gotta get my own insurance in a couple of days. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That is, as y'all like to say, that's facts. And I used to tell him all the time, man, fuck what people saying. Because he played football, right? He used to play, and they would say, oh, you only getting scholarships because of your daddy, or you're not going to be as good as your daddy, or they just talking negative or whatever. I used to tell him all the time, number one, stay your ass off social media. Number two, fuck what other people saying. Because they, you know what I'm saying? They got issues they damn self, and they trying to project that onto you to make themselves feel better. So I try to, every now and then, like you speaking about, man, I'm not worried about what somebody else saying. I gotta absorb what I'm doing internally to be able to understand where I need to go in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. It's more internal, I feel like, than you don't even got to worry about the noise inside. It's more about me versus me.
And I don't worry about, hey, Aldon, I don't worry about none of them motherfuckers. Okay. I wouldn't have graduated from college and gotten to where I got to come from South Central LA, which is like, if you know anything about South LA, in Brooklyn and in the Bronx, in the worst place in Liberty City in Florida, you put all that together, package that up. That's why I was born and raised in South LA. You see what I'm saying? So I used to tell my son and his sister all the time, man, miss people what we all go through stuff. Hell, I was 11 years old, slept in the car for a year and a half with my mother. But I'm not gonna allow that to stop me from being who I am and where I'm trying to get to. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I sound like a preacher. I don't want to be preaching this stuff.
No,
But,
speak, man. Speak. I'm like, yeah.
No, but that's just real talk. A lot of times you just get people, and even now at the age I'm at, and I'm on TV, been in television 18, 19 years, and you still hear the detractors always got something to fucking say. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't in this position. You want to try to make me feel a certain way, but it ain't gonna never crack me because I ain't gonna let it.
Right. That's why they're there, though. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're not running your race, see, when you're running your race, you don't see nobody else. You can't hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why they on the side.
Yeah.
Aldon, so you were saying like from Missouri to LA, I just want to know, how was that culture shock to you? Because I went from LA to Nebraska at one point, and it was just a complete culture shock to me. So
No, he was in San Fran up north, Kiki.
I know, but still, from Missouri to San
Francisco,
California, it's still a crazy culture shock. So I just want to.
Yeah, no, it was a culture. I wasn't thinking about none of that. I mean,
so in other words, you saying Aldon was Bama. He was country from a small town somewhere.
That's what you said. I didn't say that. I was trying to see if it was a little different or not.
No,
man, you were just worried about football, huh?
I was just balling, man. I was just worried about ball because, like I said, I was the youngest guy on the team, and it was a bunch of vets, and so I didn't have my coaches had a different way of coaching, and the culture was very, you better be ready. So it wasn't a lot of, I wasn't trying to worry about a lot of the other stuff. I'm just trying to worry about this.
Yeah, facts.
So where did you stay at up in Frisco, up in Santa Clara?
We were playing our stadium was in San Francisco, but we weren't in Santa Clara yet. Well, our facility was in Santa Clara, so I lived in San Jose.
Oh, you stayed up in San Jose. No, yeah, okay.
Did you have like a favorite teammate in San Francisco, or like someone you looked up to going there?
Man, I honestly, like I say, I hung with everybody.
Yeah.
I hung with everybody. I was from Missouri, like and so everybody else was from like their Alabamas, their Penn States, their, you know what I'm saying? They had their little cliques.
Yeah, right.
I ain't have nobody from Missouri or I don't
Wait, Aldon, did you play with Beckham Green, Dorian Green Beckham?
Dorian Green Beckham.
No, he was a couple years behind me.
Oh, okay. No, I remember him when he was in high school.
Oh yeah. No,
he was the truth.
Yeah, he was that dude. I couldn't understand why he went to Missouri, but maybe I understand that, a little NIL before NIL.
You probably do understand it.
No, we don't. Not out here. We don't do that at SC. We didn't do that at USC at all. But man, I'm glad.
I remember your quarterback was like Blaine Gabbert, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
He ended up being on the Niners.
Yeah, that's when I started to get into football.
What was that?
Blaine Gabbert was your QB? So you played with Jeremy Maclin then?
Yep. J-Mac, Chase Kaufman, Martin Rucker. Yeah, we had a bunch of guys. Yep.
No, I was just saying that's when I first got into football, so I remember all that.
Oh yeah.
What's that? What's the barbecue joint out there in Kansas City they swear by?
Gates.
Man, stop it, man.
He doesn't like Southern. He does not like Southern barbecue.
You think Gates is good?
What you like?
I mean, I like barbecue, but not that.
What you like?
I don't. It don't even. I ain't knocking it because I might have to eat it one day and go in there or something. But it's just like, I don't know. So we got barbecue joints out here in LA in the hood, and most of the people come from the South. They just happen to migrate out here whenever, and they got barbecue, shacks or whatnot. And I've eaten a barbecue in Kansas City, Texas,
South Carolina,
North Carolina. I've been, ain't none of it better than the barbecue out here in LA.
That's you probably biased though. You
No,
feel
man,
comfortable there. Like
no,
it's
I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie, and I don't know. I guess I was expecting something different when I was in KC. I just was expecting something different.
I'm a foodie, so if we ever in the same town, city, I'm gonna take you up on that.
See, like you in Texas right now, Papados is one of my spots.
Okay.
Like I eat Papados, and whenever I hit Texas, I'm always if I'm there with enough time to eat something, I'm finding me a Papados.
Best fried chicken sandwich in LA.
The best fried chicken sandwich in LA. I don't know. Who would have the best fried chicken?
Best fried chicken, Stevie's Creole Cafe. That's a fact, but I don't know about the fried chicken sandwich.
The best Nashville hot chicken is in
well, they got Dave's out here. Dave's.
Oh,
yeah, I
Dave's
haven't eaten Dave's Nashville hot chicken sandwich. I hadn't had it.
Dave's,
because I really don't eat a lot of bread, so to speak. And I know it sounds weird. When I make my chicken sandwiches at home, I'm wrapping them in lettuce because I really don't eat a lot of bread. So, no, I just
you got a different diet now.
No, it's not that. I've never really been a bread guy.
Yeah.
I just never, unless I'm eating cornbread or something like that. Other than that, I just never been I'm not a sandwich guy,
So you never a cheeseburger guy?
No, man. If I eat a burger, it might be 3 times a year, dog, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just not a burger guy. It don't, you eat a damn burger, you full for the rest of the day. I'm a sushi guy. Like, I eat sushi and stuff like that.
There you
go. What'd you say?
I said, there we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, I'm eating that raw fish. You probably ain't touching that though, right?
I eat a little bit of it, man. I eat everything. If it's got to taste good and it's got to make sense, but I'm not gonna eat it just to eat it.
No, I get it. No, you and I are both the same, man. But hey, I just want to say congratulations on everything. I'm looking forward to continuing to follow your career. It was a pleasure for us to get you on the pod, and man, I'm praying for you. I know you can continue the success after the field and stay right in that lane and fuck the outside noise. Just remember that. Them motherfuckers ain't here to help you. They here to destroy you. That's it. And have something to talk about. So thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you so much for being on the show, man. I got to get one of those shirts for sure.
I got you. Hit me up.
I will.
All right, I'll make sure the producer take care of that.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, that's a wrap for today's show. Thanks to Aldon Smith for joining us. And don't forget to subscribe to the All Facts Pod on any platform that you get your podcast on, including YouTube. Until then, peace.